The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to try to cover, I guess, your career from beginning to end as best as we can. And to my understanding, you're originally from East Melbourne, Ringwood.
Yep.
And the rap thing started for you, is it like around 2011?
Yeah, it would be around that time, sure. Yeah, I think I was rapping like at parties and stuff like that. Well, that's what I first started doing, and just freestyling with friends. And I started in like my friends already had a group called Honeycomb Hideout, which was from like they were just rappers from sort of like the Rowville, like Ferntree Gully, like type area. And yeah, I used to rap with them a lot, hang around with them quite a bit. And it's like there was all different like dudes in that. One of them was Vanguard, which he's very well known in Melbourne, and a great rapper again. And yeah, like Fam Van Dam and Postscript and stuff like that. So they were all in that group. And then I sort of just branched out from there and started doing my own thing. And yeah, and then I got along and started doing just like daily raps in like doing in the car and stuff like that. And one of them hit off, and yeah, it was like good ever since, really.
So when you talk about doing the daily raps in the car and one of them hit off, what exactly happened with that particular clip? Like, did it get picked? Did it go viral? It got picked up by certain artists and shared, or?
Yeah, it went viral. There was a dude that recently I had done a battle in Traralgon with Amped Up, and I came back and I knew one of the dudes that was down there, but he had a following. I'm not sure why he had a following, but he had a following around that area, and he was one of them that shared my video essentially of there's like video in the car with me and at that time a girl that I was seeing, and the vibe was just there, I think. And when I was watching it back like on my phone, I was like, this is actually like a really good vibe, but I didn't really think of it as like, oh, it's going to be like massive. It was just like, it's just cool, it's sort of thing. And so when I posted it, he shared it, and then after he shared it, for some reason, like it went up to Brisbane, and and I don't know if he was from Brisbane or not, but there was a lot of people sharing it from Brisbane, and then it went down the coast, and then like went to Sydney, then it came back to Melbourne, and then it went to Perth, and like because I could just see people's profiles and where they were from, so every time that it would get shared, I'd just look and I'd be like, oh, that's weird, like it's someone from Sydney now is posting it, and then oh, it's Tassie, and so like yeah, it sort of like went all around that sort of area, and then I think a little boost came from I think All Day liked it or something, but it popped up on my thing because I had him on my profile, and so I sort of just boosted off that and was just like, you know, like he likes it, so like it could be a vibe thing. And then yeah, just that's how I sort of found my manager as well. My manager was sitting at an airport in Europe, coming back home from Europe, and one of his friends was like, oh, have you seen this guy? Check this out. And then showed him my video, and then he called me and was like, oh, have you thought about having a manager or anything like that? And at that time I was more to the point of like, I have no idea. like I don't know anything about any of this. I'm just rapping. And like, so I went and met up with him, and as I did, I spilt coffee all over his shit, like everything. Like we went and got a coffee and literally just knocked shit everywhere. And I'm like, well, I ruined that whole thing. And then he was nice enough to call me back again and was like, man, I'd really love to like sort some stuff out with you. And then he had a friend that was running the Ice Cube tour, which is how I got into the Ice Cube tour. And then he had another mate that was running the Cypress Hill tour, and I was just like, this is crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. And then yeah, and so I went from like playing to like an audience of like maybe like 3 to 10 people to then performing and opening for like gigantic acts. And I mean, like just from a step to step sort of like view, it's just like I was ready to like perform because I used to do acting and stuff like back in the day, like when I was younger and everything, and like I've got an acting background, but yeah, just to like be in front of all those people, just to see like who you are and the music that you're about to play to them is like can be very daunting. And I remember having like panic attacks and shit, man. like before I'd go on and everything, and then it would just be all chill. But nah, it was incredible. So yeah, that's how I really got my start to it, all like just rapping stuff.
The lesson.
Oh, yeah.